the decline of family, I think, does is one of the great emblems of this failure. Our inability to connect. I mean, the so-called crisis of intimacy, which is making it harder for people to come together in the first place. The inability of couples to stay together, to invest together in the lives of their children. Um, uh, and I think the undervaluing of motherhood, the continuing undervaluing of motherhood. Now, nobody wants to go back to the 1950s. I mean, you know, back to my concept of the care dilemma. I mean, the dilemma is how can we, and how particularly can women enjoy the greater freedoms that have been achieved in recent decades without, losing what was good in the family, in motherhood. I mean, the undervaluing of motherhood continues. All our economic policy is just about pushing women back into the labour market as soon as they've had a baby, and it's not popular. So 9%, only 9% of British people, it's probably less than that now. A few years ago, British social attitude surveys, people were asked to agree or disagree with the statement. A man should go out to work and a woman should look after the household and children. 10 years or so ago, only 9% of people supported that. It's probably 5% now. I mean, this is very few people support that. Equally, only 9% of people, when asked what are the ideal arrangements for looking after preschool children, only 9% of people said both parents working full time. That it's very, very unpopular, and a lot of the actual number in the UK is more like it's 35%, I think, of parents with preschool children. Both of them are working full time, and in many cases, particularly on the part of the woman, it's very, very reluctantly so. In order to maintain the kind of lifestyle that people want, they have to do that, and we should be we should be making it possible for one parent, possibly increasingly the man, as women often now out earn their partner. But probably in most cases it'll continue to be the woman. Make it easier for people to stay at home in those crucial early years. That's when there's so much stress on your relationship too, when both of you are working full time and trying to manage a young family. Maybe also trying to climb up the greasy pole at work. No wonder so many relationships fail. We need to reinvest in that whole area of life, and why not pay people to have babies? I mean, a productive, a well brought up, productive member of society is of great benefit to our society and to the treasury. In the long run, we should set. The incentives are all wrong at the moment, and I mean, is feminism responsible for this? Not. I mean, I think it's because there's a sociologist in the UK called Catherine Hakim who talks about adult British women being divided into three groups: 20% who are very work focused, may want to have families too, but are very, what the family will sort of fit in around professional career. 20% who are very family focused, traditional women, if you like, and 60% who kind of want to balance both of these things. But when children are young, are happy to be at home or to work part-time. And social policy in the UK and most of the developed world, probably in the US too, has essentially been designed with the interests of the 20% of career-focused women in mind. And now, obviously, they have legitimate interests, and we should make it as easy as possible for women to combine careers and family. But there's a very, very big proportion of the female population whose voice is not heard in the public policy debate. Who do want to to have families and not to feel so stressed and not to be pushed back into the labor market.
If you liked this video, check out the full interview. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Thanks for watching.